Hi and welcome to the Cult TV Sofa. This is a reaction video for the 7th episode of the only season of Manimal. You can now watch the full reaction to this episode on my Patreon channel, links in the description below. Last time we saw Brooke find a piece of scrimshaw with a map to buried treasure on it, as you do. They soon discovered that they weren't the only ones after the treasure, and JC was attacked and kidnapped, but was able to get out of the situation by changing into a panther. It was very funny when his head popped up in the back of the car. The men then kidnapped a friend of JC who had worked out the secret of the scrimshaw and knew where the treasure was. JC, Brooke and Ty were able to work it out as well and followed them to the island. Brooke fell into a sinkhole and we saw JC change into a snake to rescue her. It was nice to see a different change effect. The bad guys found the treasure, but whilst making their escape, he also fell into a sinkhole, but wouldn't give up the treasure to let JC save him because he'd been hunting for it for so long. So let's see what happens in this episode. I'm going to put any relevant trivia that I find over here, and at the end of the reaction I'll be discussing what happened and my thoughts about it. And I'm going to start it in 3, 2, 1. Only 2 episodes to go. So we have a Chinatown episode, which seemed to be quite obligatory for the episodes and shows back then. Street Talk had one. Automan had scenes filmed there. Oh, that's so stereotypical and bad.
You are the dragon.
Then you know my power. The mark of the dragon was left on your door. Yet you did not pay tribute. Others must learn that if they ignore the mark of the dragon, they will suffer the breath of the dragon.
Right. Breath of the Dragon is basically just a flare. So they're doing some sort of protection racket, basically. They go around places in Chinatown, put a mark on the door to say, which basically says, you need to give us money, else we'll destroy your place. And if they don't, they then come around. He's setting fire to the place to basically send a message to other people who aren't going to pay up, because more than likely they're going to pay up now if they see that someone else who didn't pay up had their place destroyed. So he's known as the Dragon, and his breath of the dragon is basically just a flare. So yeah, that works. We kept seeing a close-up of that one kid. I'm guessing he has doubts about what he's doing.
Oh, no.
Ty, it's closed.
It's just that today's my birthday and nobody remembered.
Oh, it's your birthday today.
There's going to be a surprise party in the restaurant.
It's unlocked.
Just a minute.
It is going to be a surprise party, but it's pretty bad that she pulled a gun. Yeah, it was obvious.
I should have known. You should have.
I did.
Grandfather, I brought someone here to see you.
That's following good kitchen etiquette, cutting meat up on the same board as vegetables.
Where's Bobby? I haven't seen him here.
Bobby's left home. We don't even know where he...
Moto.
That's going to be the kid.
Don't open that door.
That's the mark of the dragon. They do like a scratch on the door.
So what do you think those scratches meant?
I imagine they symbolize claw marks of some kind. I have a horrid suspicion that one of them might have been Bobby Tam.
Her brother?
You know animals. Which ones have 3 claws?
The dragon.
So we've seen him change into animals. So is it that he chooses to change into a specific... Well, he does choose to change into a specific animal. But is it only animals he can change into? He said about the dragon. I mean, can he turn into what he thinks a dragon would look like? I can't think of any reason why he would only be able to change into an animal. There's no physiological reason I can think of that would restrict him from that sort of change. It's like his ability, I know it's called Manimal, and obviously we've only seen him change into animals, but his actual abilities change into other creatures. He can just change his form. So, things like, I'm wondering, like a phoenix or unicorn or something. Could he change into something like that? Is it just the way that they look that he changes into? I don't know. That's just something that crossed my mind, especially when we're talking about a dragon, and not like Komodo dragons, an actual dragon.
Tell me what frightened him, Mary. Let me help you. I think the young lady would rather walk home alone.
Oh, and that poor guy there's had his stuff wrecked. Of course he knows martial arts.
Here. Pay for that.
Okay.
You are very kind.
Okay, now that's something you don't normally see. Normally, things like this happen. Someone else's property's damaged, or you get like all the boxes of fruit when cars drive through them. You see those chase scenes, and that innocent person is the one who suffers. They don't get any recompense or anything. I think actually that's probably one of the first times I've seen someone actually pay for the damage that they've caused to happen. So that's actually quite good. I like that. Mind you, you might have only given him $1 or something, we don't know. Okay, so he's changed into a hawk. Don't know if he's doing it to follow the boys or to follow the girl. Actually, it might be both. If the boys are following the girl. No, follow the boys.
Red Surfer.
So a password to get into what? Normally it'd be like a club or something.
JC, pull over here.
What? Why?
Yeah, just take a second. It's important. I gotta buy something. You got any money on you?
I'm pretty sure that's the street. They've used that street a few times. And it might even be the street where he lives, which they've just done up. They've decorated it with bunting and not posters, but they've draped things around to sort of make it look like it's Chinatown. But yeah, didn't do too good a job of it. It's got to be a club, especially when they're parking the car for you and stuff.
Red Serpent.
It's lucky there's not a different password in the daytime to the night. Nah, casino. I can't go to a casino. I think I'd be bankrupt within about 5 minutes. I always enjoy the fun of playing rather than the actual tactics and the proper way of playing. So I lose.
She draws to 16 and hits a 5.
Would you like to play another hand, sir?
So that's blackjack.
Last hand. She can't keep up this luck.
I suspect it's not luck. It's probably rigged. Yeah, it's going to be rigged because she slipped cards.
She held back the top card for herself.
Do you believe that?
Why don't we try and win back what that unfortunate gentleman just lost?
How if she's playing with the cards? What can he do? She has all the control. Why would you have this room right next to the casino like that? And it's too small for them to be practicing properly.
That man on table 4 is winning a lot.
I don't understand how he could be winning. She can play with the cards.
Excuse me. I would like to exercise my option to burn a card.
I don't know about that.
Thank you.
I don't know if they can do that.
I will take that one. Blackjack.
So, I think she seems to have this common thing of when she turns the cards over, she seems to take the second one down. They're rigged some way. So by burning the top card, he was left with the card that she was going to have, which gave him the winning hand. But it's not just that one. It's the original card he was dealt and everything. It's still it's not clear cut that he could win that or that she could win that hand. It's a bit weird that still a lot of luck involved.
It's not safe to carry so much cash on the streets.
Oh, you are so right. The streets are full of unscrupulous people.
That's a risky thing to say to him, I think. I mean, how could they really take on all those guys? There's 8 of them.
Aren't you gonna roar back?
We can't with everyone watching.
Hey!
What the?
Try to get something to wedge under the handle.
Oh, please. One of them just shoulder barge in could get through that.
See, where are you?
So what's he going to change into? What is it? Bull? I don't recognise exactly what kind of animal it is with the hump on it. Can a bull go through a wall like that?
What happened after he left the claw marks?
Well, if the people didn't pay him a tribute, the mark of the dragon was followed by the breath of the dragon.
Dragons breathe
The restaurant.
fire. We must get to Tam's restaurant as quick as possible.
You are a leader of the community. People follow your example. Pay the tribute, and no harm will come to you.
If he's a leader of the community, which I can understand and believe he probably is, he would surely be one of the first people that you would do this to, because if he pays, it would kind of set the expectation and the tone that everyone else should pay, because he did, and if he doesn't pay, then they set fire to the place, and it's much more visible that he didn't pay, and then again everyone else would pay. So he would be the kind of the first person you'd do this to. It seems they've been doing this for a while, from what we've seen so far.
I came to this country to be free. I will not give that up.
Then I will set you free
Brave decision, but
from all earthly bonds.
oh, they're gonna kill him.
Turn your face down. Turn your face down. Down.
The breath of the dragon.
See, it's so visible now what's happened. All those people have seen, and they won't stand up. They'll pay. And I have a feeling he's going to pay as well. They'll make him. Well, that's not arson now, or not just arson now, that's attempted murder.
Charge him with anything. None of the witnesses will identify.
Just one person to stand up and testify. That's all it takes, and the rest will follow.
It's not as simple as that. And that's a bit naive of JC to say this to them, because it's not as simple as one person standing up and testifying. It takes... The trial process is so long, especially when he's got so many people. The dragon has got so many people under him who can do harm and pressure witnesses, kill the witnesses. Looks like we've seen he's not afraid to kill people. So it's a bit naive to say it just takes one person to stand up. It's just not that simple.
And if I defy Quan, he's going to kill my brother.
I'll get Bobby back from Quan.
Looks like the panther transformation. So why is he becoming the panther? To sneak in? Well, there's a flipping big hole in the wall now where he exited earlier. Actually, the panther's quite good because it's hiding in the shadows, and obviously it's a lot smaller than a human. And he can do that. Although, what did he actually do? He leapt at him. It's not like he's going to have killed him or eaten him or anything. What did he actually do to that guy? Well, that's a nice place to sleep. The dragon looks after his people, doesn't he?
He was set on fire. No, that's not true. Then come and see for yourself.
He'd know what happened. How's he gonna get out of this one?
Please, Sifu, do not kill him.
Oh,
You beg for his life?
yeah, that's not good.
He is unworthy of death at your hands.
Nah, they'd have killed him. He's got in the dragon's way too many times. And embarrassed him, and they wouldn't let him go.
Mary called. She just brought Mr. Tam home from the hospital. The burns are superficial. He's gonna be all right.
I hate seeing that wolf just pacing around. He's obviously not happy in that environment. It's not even an environment. It's a glass cage, and a small one at that. How much damage was done?
After breakfast, I'll change your bandages.
It was quite a big fire. It would have probably wrecked upstairs. There's no way it'd be looking that perfect.
I came here because we all have got to go. The dragon won't stop with what he's done to you, grandfather.
Too late. It's just driven off.
I could have killed you last night. Now, I'm going to.
You and me, one-on-one in front of all the merchants.
I do not have matches against unworthy opponents.
What's the matter, Quan? You're afraid you might lose in a fair fight?
If I were him, I'd have shouted out that really loud so everyone could hear in the area. Say I challenge you to a one-on-one fight. What are you too scared not to? He'd have no choice but to say yes then. Otherwise, that would have wrecked his reputation amongst everyone. But he's assuming he's going to win. JC.
Tomorrow, the Red Serpent.
He's bound to cheat in some way.
And when you die, no one will be in my way.
I say, why didn't he kill him last night? He had the opportunity, the means, everything. He turns around and walks off going, ooh, ow, ooh, that hurt, ooh.
Or some other animal.
Hopefully several different animals, but not in quite the way that you both think.
Okay, so we've seen in other episodes that he's able to hear things using kind of like enhanced hearing. I think he's had enhanced eyesight in an episode as well. So is he sort of planning, I don't know how this works, planning on sort of using, he might be able to increase his strength and sort of speed and awareness, sort of combine different animals to give him an edge. I'm assuming, but again, they've never explained how that works.
Studied every animal that he could find, from birds to elephants, even insects. Find out how they attacked and how they defended. I mean, even today, modern martial arts techniques are still called by their animal names: tiger style, snake style.
That's true. So he's basically just learning martial arts and watching the animals. He's not using their abilities. He's going to fight like an animal, which is a bit weird. You need to be watching the Karate Kid film, not this. Do the old crane kick. He looks stupid doing this. Like I said, I don't understand his abilities. If he can have enhanced hearing and eyesight, then surely his other senses can be enhanced as well, using certain animals. And he should be able to apply those abilities to a fight. He's got to cheat in some way. He's not going to leave it all up to the faith in his abilities. He has to win this, so I don't know how he'll cheat, but he'll have to. Now, is he a black belt? He's putting on a black belt. But is he? If he's not, that's pretty disrespectful.
If for some reason I don't kill him, you kill him.
No, you have to, though. It's not much of a crowd watching though, is there? And if he loses, he could just kill all the spectators. So crossbows there ready to use just in case things go wrong. But that would show weakness. He has to kill him one-on-one, else his reputation will be wrecked. It's good you've got a carpet on the floor, makes the landings a bit softer. It's not like a wooden laminate floor or something. Throw me into the wall. That's going to hurt the most.
JC! Kill him. Do as I tell you.
So they've seen his weakness now as well.
No one will testify against me.
I will. I'll testify.
So will I.
And me.
All the businessmen in our area have gathered to form a merchants association. We will never let anyone like Quan dominate us again.
Good idea.
I'm gonna need quick moves, strength, and endurance.
Is Tyrone ready?
Am I ready?
Oh dear. I really don't like his character because he's literally there for comic, comedic value, which is a shame that he's not used. I mean, he was a soldier. I mean, yes, we saw him hit that guy at the end there and stop the crossbow from firing, but he has more skills and abilities than he's given credit for, I think. So it's a bit of a shame. Wasn't an awful episode. Like I said at the beginning, there's always like in these 80s shows like an obligatory Chinatown episode. It's usually like the Tong, the Chinese mafia, who were kind of shown. So it was a little bit different. But yeah, it wasn't awful. So we changed into a bull, not a cow. The hawk transformation we've seen before. Like I said, I'm still confused by his abilities. I don't understand how it all works. And I just don't think it would take much to put a few little explanations in just so we can see how it works. But yeah, I don't get it. And I don't understand his martial arts abilities. I mean, he put on a black belt. So he's either a black belt or he's not. And if he is a black belt, it was just weird him learning all the animal moves. And I know it fitted with the show. I suppose he could have been learning extra moves, but I would have thought he'd have been learning that stuff as he progressed through the belt system anyway. Don't know. Just seems a bit odd to me how it all comes together and how it all works. So yeah, only one episode to go. Let me know what you thought about this one in the comments below, and I shall see you for the last episode next week. Be seeing you.